about anything. Disclaimers: all of this shit is opinion based. It might be some facts involved in it, but who cares? We are just doing this shit for fun
Opinion
because
based, yeah.
opinion based, fact based, whatever. You can check us later,
No,
and
yeah,
you
I
can
like
give
that. I
us
like that.
something to talk about, and it makes it even more fun for us.
Mm.
Um, so I don't know. It's just been a lot of crazy shit going on from COVID to uh, presidential race bullshit to fucking police brutality. I'm
Damn, yeah,
not, and I don't know. I've been seeing what other people have been doing online, and I'm not doing nothing with myself but just being a family man and just working and trying to provide for my wife and my kid that's about to be 2 years old.
yeah.
I think it's just about time to do something fun and silly to try to get people mind off of shit because we need it. I mean, we need an outlet. I need an outlet. You definitely need an outlet.
Oh
Who
yeah.
doesn't need an outlet?
We all need outlets.
I mean,
Yeah.
talk shit about me if
Well,
your outlet is drinking or you want to smoke some weed or you want to talk shit or you will do whatever you want, but we all need something to have some fun with.
yeah, yeah.
So,
We. But okay. So let's get right into it. I mean, I do like the disclaimer you gave where you said opinion based. Nothing is really facts. We do give some facts. Some of it is facts. But for the most part, if everybody takes everything as an opinion, I think it kind of helps the conversation. Um, you know, get somewhere. But yeah, so you say you had some topics, like with everything that's been going on from COVID to police brutality to there's all kinds of stuff. So is there anything specific you wanted to start off with, or what's been on your mind lately, or what's been on the what's the biggest cloud of thought in your you know
that I like having them do random shit for someone who likes to try to be by the book. But I'll tell you this. Let's start off with we were speaking about earlier. Let's just what do you say? You telling me come up with some topics
Okay.
for this. And what was my first topic? I wanted to check that.
Well, first you wanted to talk about your what was it? I gotta look back on what you said, but I do remember there was a order to talk about what was it? An intro to your sexiness. Real quick, real quick, real quick, real quick before anything starts. You remember you used to do the little sexy back, the Justin Timberlake. I'm doing
Uh,
sexy back. What? The mother don't know how to act. What? Took it to the crib. Dirty babe. All right.
if anybody was to know or listen to Run the Jewels or even just listen to old Outcast music and know who Killer Mike is,
Damn.
you can
Strap.
picture me as a smaller version of Killer Mike without my shirt. And imagine the fat. I'm black. Of course, I'm black because I'm half black, half Hispanic, whatever. My roots. I'm a mutt. But if you look at me, I'm more black than anything else. Um,
Yeah.
that was
No
my thing
doubt.
back in high. That was my thing back in high school. Along, we went to high school together, just doing stupid shit, and it
Yeah.
was fun. It was
That was the
fun
jam.
because
That was the jam.
it was just fun, dude.
Things was
And
easier back then.
yeah, until you find out you have to pay bills, go to school, or et cetera, what society thinks you
Yeah.
should be doing. I mean, I got nothing against it, but it works to a point, or maybe it won't work for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I threw out that shit going back to thinking about all the stupid shit and all this we did in high school and had fun with it.
Yeah.
And intro to our sexiness. And the thing is, what we feel like, what makes us sexy, what makes us unique and fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, once again, I don't know how to describe myself. It's just weird. I'm fucking weird.
No, the best way to describe you is sexy. Trust me. That's the best way. I remember. Do you remember the Jack Sparrow phase? That
Yeah.
was pretty dope. That was pretty dope. I remember
You
that was.
It's funny you saying, I think about it today. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about all that. I'm like, man, I just picture myself like, dude, you stupid fat motherfucker.
You
Fuck
little
you,
cringe. Nah, nah, nah.
fuck you doing? But it's funny
Nah,
because I
uh-huh.
talked to Karan, my brother, and he tells me, hey man, when you used to go back to when I used to talk to people from high school, people used to tell me what you used to do. I said, yeah, like what? He said, yeah, you used to wear them. You used to press your hair down, had the perm, and you had the blonde tips and
You
shit.
had the Andre 3000 going.
And then you did the Jack Sparrow. I'm like, I'm sitting there waiting for someone for them to say, nigga, you look stupid.
Yeah.
You,
No, I
you
didn't.
just
Because if you think about it, you were starting trends, dude. You were starting trends because I mean, here's the thing. I know you're not too familiar with the new generation of music. Um, but
a little bit. I can't
uh,
name an artist. I
yeah,
can't
and
name an artist for the
I
rest
know
of my
you
life,
can't name an
probably.
artist, and unfortunately, because you can't.
Actually, only one.
Which one?
Probably only one.
Which one?
And it's big right now, and
Oh, I
either
don't know.
people hate him or love him, and that's Takashi 6ix9ine.
Oh no, I'm talking about another one. You heard about XX Tentacion, right?
No, I heard about YG. I
All
only
right.
know
Well,
about
look, listen,
YG.
listen, listen. I know you don't know about XXX Tentacion, but he was one of the biggest rappers of I would say 2018, 2019. Um, and I will tell you this. He had the blonde hair just like you. I remember when I first seen him in 20 like what was it, 2016, 2017. 2017 was when he got the blonde hair. And I remember thinking, damn, Dijon had that shit in 2007. I was like, dude, it's 2017, and this kid is doing what you were doing in 2007.
Oh, shit, you got people rolling around
I
with
will,
fucking Skittle braids and dreads
I
now.
will show you a picture of this kid. You're gonna be like, what the hell? And the crazy part is, I don't quote me on this one. Like I said, nothing is fact, but he wasn't Belizean, but he was from some of the islands out there or some areas close to Belize. Um, so I mean, you guys were from the same culture, but okay. So I like the intro, man. That's a nice intro. So, but one thing you wanted to talk about for sure was Kanye West. What did you want to talk about? Okay, I mean, there's a lot to talk about Kanye West, um, because he's
I
running for.
mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, shoot for it. I mean, right now it's interesting because the shit we're talking about right now has been really relevant with me because that's what I used to listen to in high school. I mean, that was the
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
remember.
I didn't listen to his first album, but
I'll be honest, if it wasn't for
I
you,
grew up listening to his second album. What was the second album called? College Dropout or some shit like that.
I thought it was late registration because this isn't his first one. No,
I,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Second album was College Dropout because his first one was late registration, and yeah,
That was the one with the hit with the hit, as people call that shit now, with the banger. I'm assuming that's what they call hits and shit like that now. Here
oh
I'm
yeah,
a millennium,
bangers.
man. Here I'm a fucking millennial, and I don't even know this shit.
Oh yeah,
Um,
no, no, dude, you're a boomer.
I'm a
I know you're a
boomer now.
boomer. Yeah, you're a boomer. You're boomer as fuck, dude. You're boomer AF. I'm serious, dude. I'm dead serious. You're boomer. You're boomer, dude. I can't.
I'm a I'm a boomer millennial.
I'm trying to keep. I mean, I'm not trying to keep. I mean, it's not that I try to keep up with the trends. Sometimes they just, I don't know.
What the fuck is a boomer?
I don't know what a boomer
I,
is.
I, I read comments
Wow. Yeah.
on
You
Facebook and
really
other
are a
places,
boomer. If you don't know what a
but I'm
boomer
just
is,
but I'm
you're a.
seriously like, what is it?
That's the word that you basically call somebody who's old. That's like, you know how they used to call people old timers, or they used to call them geezers. Oh yeah, remember geezers? Geezers
No,
was
I don't.
probably
No,
the word you used back in the day, but
no
now
idea.
now it's boomers.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, bitch.
Damn. All right.
Hold the
All right, leave the conversation for a sec. I'm gonna hit this bowl. But you want to talk about Kanye West running for? I don't know if you wanted to talk about him running for president specifically, or you wanted to start off with his opinion that he recently switched over to hate Donald Trump. Or you wanted to talk about new music potentially that he's gonna drop. I don't know if you heard his last album or his new album. I don't know if you've seen his new shoes that he dropped last week. There's so much news coming out on Kanye. He's worth, what is it, $10 billion or around $10 billion, and he got like 200 million, I think, or 20 million from the recent PPP insurance that Trump signed. So I mean, there's a lot to talk about with Kanye.
I don't know where to start.
Exactly.
I don't too much care for the dude. And I mean, you ask me why. I mean, I used to listen to his music. I used to like his music. I'm gonna just say it out there. I just feel like after dude's mom died, shit went off the deep end. I mean, dude was probably like really close to. I mean, you can tell he was very, very connected with his mom. I mean, look, the dude did a fucking song, "Hey Mama" or whatever it was called. You know, stressing out on how much he cared about his mother. But seriously, dude, it just seems like after her passing, this dude just kind of went on this weird, I guess you could say, creative, prickish, awkward version of himself, even more so. And he's doing all sorts of weird shit. I mean, it is what it is. This is what the dude is. Um,
I mean, did he? Let me. I don't mean to cut you off. Did you want to add something or?
no, I mean, Donald Trump is president. People laughed at it as a joke, like people laughed at most celebrities or most people in that spotlight as a joke. Man, when Jesse Ventura ran for governor, and dude that was a wrestler, and
Yeah.
then WWF at that time, then well now called WWE, became I think he became a governor. Don't I mean quote me on I don't care. Then you had Arnold Schwarzenegger who became California governor.
Yeah.
Boom, that was a joke. This dude's a joke. Trump was a joke, and that fucking joke became a fucking Simpsons special to reality, which is funny. Um,
Yeah.
then this shit, everybody's laughing right now at Kanye West, despite all the bullshit. But all of this stuff that people say they don't like and say they think is funny can definitely become reality like most things have came into fruition now, because you know what, I sincerely think people love entertainment and they will feed into entertainment just to see how far it go. And I think this is just the American way. Let's feed into
Yeah.
the entertainment because it entertains us, not think about the consequences or not really think about it until some shit really happened. And even though there's shit happening now,
Yeah.
I think people could care less because as long as it's not directly affecting them, they don't care.
Yeah.
But hey, dude running for president, I commend him on that. Shit, I was hoping The Rock could come out and run for president. I'll vote for him.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
it,
mean,
just throwing the bat is for everybody.
yeah. It's not easy to run for president. I'll tell you that. Um,
If you got the money in the back, and you should be fine. But
I
I
think
don't
I
know.
don't actually. I don't think I don't. I mean, real quick, I don't think it's about money. I think the whole thing about president is trying to see how much money you can raise. And then once you become president, you don't need to raise any more money, and then it's more about maintaining that money that you raised uh, during that whole cycle of raising money.
I
Um,
think you're fine. I think it's just the momentum. You're right. I don't really think it. I mean, money is an aspect, but I think it's the momentum you create. I mean, look
yeah.
at look at people like
So
Bernie
back,
Sanders.
let's start on hold on. Let's start on one thing real quick. Back to the Kanye West thing, because I
Nope.
do want to point back one thing to this thing that you said about him being a prick, or him being arrogant, being self-centered. Maybe I don't know if you use those words. What words did you use to describe? Well, how would you describe Kanye West today
You
versus?
perfectly.
What did I
You
describe
you
him?
just you described mostly her, but
All
dude's
right.
fucking whack job
You
as it
think he
is.
was like so? Do you think he wasn't like that his whole life? You think he turned like that maybe when his mom died, or you think there was a turning point?
I'm not a psychologist, but it seems that way.
Okay. I wouldn't, try to psychologically try to analyze him too much. Um, I just want to, I guess, analyze maybe the timeline of the world, and I'm thinking maybe when Kanye West started to rant, it was at a turning point where the internet was, I would say, taking off at a very, very high velocity. Um, so his remarks were just more of riding the wave of the internet boom. You know what I mean? Um, because around Kanye West doing his little, things that he was doing, I think if you want, we could start this realistically when he said on CNN that Bush hates black people. Would you agree or would you disagree? Or could you say that there was a time before that? Maybe when you heard that there was a
I
rumor
don't,
of
I
the
don't, I
rapper. Do you
don't,
remember
I
the
don't
rumor
think
of
it.
the rapper that was rapping with his mouth closed?
Oh no, I don't think it was CNN. I think it was one of those the music awards. And if I remember correctly, Mike Myers was. I think
Yeah.
they were hosting something. He was right next to him, and this. I think this was right after, not too far. I think right after Katrina, Hurricane
Yeah, it
Katrina
was.
hit New
Yeah, it
Orleans,
was.
and he was just like fucking outburst.
Well, but what I'm saying is,
George Bush don't care nothing
you
about
don't think
black
it was
people.
the internet that just kind of. I mean, I'm not trying to. Maybe I'm messing up by
Yeah,
trying
dude,
to. Uh,
it's free enterprise. Speak your shit.
yeah, no, no, but I guess because I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with this, where I'm going with my thought, because I can see that maybe the internet the internet did promote his, I guess, his ideas and his personality, I guess, or the
I
internet
mean,
fueled it. Oh,
I'm not gonna say.
now I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna say the internet complete. The internet is just a platform for us, another platform for us to voice our opinions or whatever we need to get out there. I mean, I think the people is they self just fed it. Just like right now with him jumping on this bandwagon. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know how serious he is about running for president, but I will see, or we shall see, how it's gonna go and where it's gonna go. And and just like I said, it's the same thing about Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jesse Ventura, Trump running for president. All this shit is how you fuel it, how you gonna gab. I mean, pour more gas. I mean, gasoline onto the fire to see if it's just gonna keep growing and growing and growing.
Okay,
And
so
I think people do that shit. I
okay,
mean,
I mean,
people. My opinion, based on people like him that is craving attention
uh-huh.
because they're acting out because they got some fucked up psychological thing going on in their head, is I think the same with Trump. I think if you sincerely ignore people like that and you let them, fight themselves to sleep, you ain't gonna hear shit about it. Or it's just not gonna be something to be dealt with. And people today love to instigate in a level that it makes them feel good, and
Yeah.
they just want to see where it goes. So,
I
and
think
people,
the
yeah,
good thing about Kanye West um
doing something most people won't do.
running for president um is the president is supposed to be a representative of the people. And I
Yeah,
think Kanye West is a good representation of the American person, or the average American. On
no,
top of that, I do also feel that one thing that I do love about this country, is that we have the Senate and Congress, and we have councilmen, and we have senators, and we have all these positions and chairs and offices, um, that hopefully, and I say hopefully because I do believe that the system is broken. But uh, because of the structure, we do have some sort of control to prevent, hopefully, any type of tyranny or any type of dictatorship from happening. So I wouldn't be afraid of, let's say, whoever I vote for the presidency so much um, as I would be afraid to, let's say, a councilman or a congressman. Um, but I think it's still important who we vote for president. And with that being said, though, I don't know who else is a better candidate. I'm not saying that Kanye West is the best one, but out of everybody right now who's raising their hand to say, "Hey, I'll do it. I'll take the job," I think Kanye is the best one, in my opinion.
I'll be honest, dude. I mean, you know me. You
Hmm.
you know me. You know me since junior high to high school. We used to roll around there, repping George Bush,
Yes.
George Bush Jr. Like idiots. I mean, I was repping John McCain.
Yeah.
I was telling stupid ass people. I don't care. I don't care what people say. I started off, you know, on the concept of being a Republican and coming to being a conservative Republican. You know, I have a lot of that rooted in me. I mean, I'll tell you, I don't like Trump, but
Okay.
you know, people like him. That's their thing. I'm not fucking with him. I got my own personal reasons. Then there's
Hmm.
the fact, facts. Whatever.
Yeah.
You like the dude, you like the dude. Whatever. It's America. But anyways, and where am I going with this bullshit? Anyways, losing my mind. See, fucking
I mean,
boomer.
listen. I'm sorry to cut you off, but if it came down to Kanye and Trump, all right, Kanye's got my vote. All right. I don't know if that helps the situation a bit. I always, like I said, I vote for the best option. You know what I mean?
In my opinion, I kind of agree with you.
And when it
It
came
don't.
to Hillary, and when it
It
came to
don't.
Hillary and Trump, I mean, that was a no-brainer, dude. That one was a no-brainer. So now if it comes down to Trump and Kanye, that one I might think about, because Kanye can fuck up somehow, but um, Trump can also fuck up,
Dude's been fucking up. Dude has just been fucking up. It's just.
I
I think
mean,
the dude. I think the dude. I hate when people say the dude got money. I don't think the dude got money. I think he's just riding a boat off of other people's money.
I
He
don't think
went fucking.
anybody has money. I was recently looking at a video on Chapo when they were talking about how much money he has. They were saying he doesn't actually have physical money, but the thing is, your money is tied into businesses and estates that you you have what I guess they call credit. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you seen Fight Club, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah,
even
yeah,
I mean, the whole concept at the end of that movie is like, what the fuck is going on? You starting off in the beginning, you see all them buildings blow up. That's legitimately the banking establishment. All that shit was to hit zero. There would be no
yeah.
such thing as debts or et cetera, et cetera. Everybody would be like a perfect credit score. So I mean, yeah, you're right. It's just like, let's say if you wanted to pull out like a whole fucking $1 million out of your bank, you cannot do that because no fucking branch will literally have $1 million ready to give you
Yeah.
because they'll have it digitally
I
circling
mean,
around.
I think. Hold on.
But
Let me take that back.
physically, I don't think so.
I think they do have $1 million. The question is, realistically, if I had $1 million and you asked me for $1 million, you better have a goddamn good reason to give me back my $1 million. If I'm the bank, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be. I mean, if you're talking about $1 million loan, because the way that I see it is, I see a lot of artists going out and getting $1 million loans, or not just artists, but I guess you could say entrepreneurs, especially in like the clothing world. And plus, I think just to change the perspective a little bit, because you were talking about in that movie Fight Club, they blew up the banking industry, um, and maybe this is just some millennial shit, but a lot of times, no, it's not millennial shit because I do know that people have been doing this for years. But sometimes you don't have to go to the bank to get your $1 million. You can hit up 12 rich friends, and you have money right there. You gotta learn how the way the loan system works, or figure out the whole process of what you're gonna do, and um, I mean that's one way to do things.
I know Trump is good at it, but
Yeah.
what do I know? I'm not in his shoes. I don't think I really want to be in his shoes.
Yeah, I was watching. I was watching. Yeah, I was watching Elon Musk a video on him recently, and in the video he was talking about
I just want to
sometimes
say
a
that's
business is
hold on. I
just
just want
about
to say that. I just want to
what
say this real quick. That's a fucked up last name.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Must be stinky. Yeah. Damn, but I bet he smells really good though. I bet he smells really good. But anyways, um, yeah, he basically made it easy to start a business. He said it in one sentence. He said, "I just got to make a few calls," and in the calls, he's just, you know, he has a bunch of people that he talks to. Pitches ideas, um, and then
Oh,
they
dude.
run off with it.
No,
Um,
it's true. I mean, this is what we have. What's this shit called? GoFundMe's and all this shit for.
yeah,
If you can pitch the perfect idea,
which
or not even a perfect idea, but this, you know how to sell
mhm.
yourself or whatever bullshit you can do. Yeah, you can make the money. Now, it's a guarantee you're gonna pay it back. Probably not.
Oh, of course not.
But
Which I think I would say Trump is a good example of someone who isn't, because he's filed for bankruptcy, a few times. Um,
yeah, when that comes from someone that supported them, yeah, at
yeah,
least
because
you know.
look, I'm a very honest person. I try to throw both sides of somebody. Every no nobody's more good than evil, and nobody's more evil than good. Everybody's just about the same. I
Yeah,
try to
yeah,
even the
yeah.
playing field for everybody.
Yeah,
Uh,
it didn't sound like that on my Facebook page earlier today.
Well, because like depending on whatever position it is, I'm gonna attack. I mean, if you were, let's say, promoting Trump, okay, then I would attack you for promoting Trump. Like I'm more of a devil's advocate, I guess you could say, when it comes to comments. Because think of it more like my page or my comment is more to trigger a reaction because I'm trying to promote my content. um, it's not like I'm having this type of conversation with them. I mean, if they want, we can have a discussion then and there. Um, but it seemed like they didn't want to have a discussion because they immediately attacked somebody. They were speaking, on behalf of our president of the United States, one of the greatest presidents of the United States, I might add. Um, but they were just blatantly attacking the president without any type of uh, without any type of details or without any type of facts. They just, and that's what I get tired of. I really get tired of, when you attack someone without giving them uh, a really good criticism. Sometimes you gotta sometimes give them a solution. Don't just tell them they're doing wrong. Tell them a way to do things right. When you point one finger, you got four fingers pointing back at you. You know. Um, so I mean that. Yeah, no, I don't know. What do you think about him switching his idea on Trump?
Uh, I didn't look too much into it, but I came across
Well, I think
someone
if
told
I
me
if I if I could give
I
you the
came
position, he liked Trump first, and then
he
all of a
he
sudden he just
he
said
he
now he
did
doesn't.
he did for God knows what reason, but
He
I'll
says
tell
the
you
MAGA
this.
hat is off.
But yeah, and that's what I read. I read an article from People's Magazine or whatever,
Yeah.
or on an interview they had with him. And I mean, that's not really much to go on, but it's a source to
If
a
I'm
point. I
correct,
mean,
this isn't the first time he's done this though.
that I know of. I don't know. You can
I
probably.
I'm, yeah, I follow him pretty good, and if I'm correct, this is the second time he's said that he's done with Trump. Um,
I don't think so. I think maybe this is conspiracy theory. Maybe he's doing something to help build up to help him be the buildup he needs to deal with Joe Biden or
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, Joe Biden ain't a threat.
Well,
My
listen,
opinion. Here it
uh-huh.
is. I don't like the dude. I don't like Trump. I mean, you like him. I don't like him. But the
Yeah.
problem is, I mean, what's Joe Biden gonna
No, I
do?
tell
Yeah.
you what I like. I like the president of the United States. I don't care who the president is. Um, I have a problem with how people I have a problem with how presidents get elected, and I will always criticize presidents on how they do things, both negatively and positively. But I'm never gonna blatantly attack the president for no reason. Like I said, I'm gonna give you criticism, and you know that I do like to give suggestions. I always give maybe a law that I could change of how I could have done it differently. So I mean, I take things.
I don't get what you're saying. 'Cause, I mean, that would be fucked up, Renee, but it sounds very contradicting.
No, what do you mean?
I mean, you're saying you'll do criticism, but you won't attack. I mean, you got to understand, or I don't know, I could be wrong, but I just feel
Yeah,
like you got to understand if you're going to criticize somebody, that's a form of attacking, depending on how you take it negatively or positively. Suggestions can be a form of attack. I mean, if you're just literally saying, I mean, your form of attacking, like how do you, what do you mean by attacking? In your sense, like, what's your definition of attacking the president? Because you're always attacking somebody when you question them. I'm attacking you right now. I
yeah,
mean, it doesn't sound vulgar or
yeah, yeah.
nasty or whatever shape or form, but I'm attacking you right now. Like,
I think
what do you mean?
I attack the president when they or I attack certain laws and certain like I okay, I'll give you
I mean,
one
you
specific.
agree.
I
You
can
can
give
agree
you
disagree with certain things,
yeah,
but you clearly don't hate the person, but you think he's doing
yeah, but I
a
will
decent
disagree.
job.
I will disagree though on the person on the way the president got elected because I'm disagreeing before they were president. I'm not disagreeing them because they're president.
I don't know how to go up
You
on
don't
that.
okay, how about this is the
Somebody else
best way.
can answer
Let
that
me
for me.
this is the best way to explain it. This is the best way to explain it. You have a manager at your job.
Which
Okay?
one? I'm fine. Go
Just
ahead.
any manager, okay? I don't hate the manager's name. So let's say the manager is Maria. I don't hate Maria. I hate the manage. I don't, or I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I don't hate. I don't.
I'm
Let me rephrase
assuming
that.
you
I
is
don't hate the position of the manager. I hate how Maria got the position of the manager.
or I was just gonna say I don't know. Maybe I'm still wrong, but I'm giving give it a crack at trying to figure out what you're saying. Well, what I'm assuming you're trying to say is you don't. There's some things you can and cannot agree with your manager, but you
Yeah.
won't be bad mouthing your manager in the process of it.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna badmouth the manager and not provide a suggestion. That's one. And then I'm not gonna badmouth the manager for no reason. And then I'm not gonna badmouth the manager position.
Okay,
Um,
I think I know where you're coming from.
like I won't. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I mean, and at the end of the day, going back to Kanye West thing, what he says about Trump. Now, I don't know his history behind it. I just know the dude supported him.
Yeah.
He's in the White House doing his thing, whatever. That's this dude's life, not my life. That's this dude's life. But what I did read in the article in the People's Magazine for the interview, he said, I'm guessing there's more reasons, but I just think this is just it's just a fracture of these reasons, or it's just something to just talk about. But he says the reason why he's taking off is making a making America great again hat. going his separate way because he didn't badmouth Trump, which I find interesting because usually I'm gonna go against someone who's badmouth. I guess he's showing some type of, I guess, of respect, or he doesn't want to leave a nasty taste in Trump's mouth or his mouth about it. But as he said in this, I'll hurry up and get on with this, is that he did not appreciate him hiding in a bunker when all this stuff was happening with police brutality towards blacks, and
Mm-hmm.
mainly surfaces up because of blacks. And he did not appreciate that, and he thinks that's what a leader should not be doing, and that he should have got more involved with it and said something or at least done something.
Okay.
I mean, I can agree with that. That's one of my things. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You're the president of the
Yeah.
United States, but you can get your ass involved. You just all this stuff is going on, and you don't say zip. It's like in a very silent way, you're condoning
Yeah.
it. That's one thing I'm gonna give Trump. He's somewhat smart and they start opening his mouth later about it. At the time, don't say shit. But he went to the fucking bunkers and started hiding, and I guess that was
I
Kanye's
mean,
reason for it in this People
yeah.
magazine article. And he just felt like he needed to distance himself from it and
It,
try something to do something on his own. And I guess
I,
that was one for president.
I mean, the president hid. If the president hides in a bunker,
Bunker
it's for
bitch.
it's for his protection.
I'm sorry, I call him the bunker bitch.
Um. Uh.
I can't
Now.
do I can't do
Now.
that voice, but yeah.
Now. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if people are gonna probably hate me because they're gonna say, "Oh, you're defending Trump or whatever." But listen, I heard that he was just making sure that the lights work at the bunker. All right. So,
it
uh,
don't take it don't take a whole week for that shit to
listen, no, he wasn't in the bunker for a week. All right.
or like a couple
I heard it was just for a couple hours. But anyways,
yeah,
um,
he was in the bunker flipping the lights
listen,
off and on. Yes, it
listen,
works. No, it works. Yes, it works. No, it
listen.
doesn't. Fucking moron.
Trump being down there. I mean, okay, he was down there. Whoop de doo. All I'm gonna say is Kanye West not supporting Trump is a political move. We all know Kanye West wants to run for president, and how can you run for president against one of your friends? You just can't. Everybody's not going to take you seriously. People are going to think, uh, are you running with him? People are confused. People are like, I thought you were his friend, and now you're running against him. Like, or now you're
Dude,
enemies?
it's
Um,
not even it's not even about that.
so it's
Because
definitely a
because
political move. It's
it's a
definitely a
political move because if anybody was I'm gonna be an asshole. I mean, I'm an asshole by nature, as my father tells me.
yeah.
Um, hey, dude, Donald Trump and the Clintons were friends. Dude was endorsing the Clintons for years.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden
He made a decision. He Donald Trump was a fucking
and
Democrat.
he
And when
flipped.
people like, well, racist people, and there's no racism in the Democratic Party. Man, fuck all that. That shit flip flop. You got
Well,
racist people flip flopping
the
back and forth.
Democratic people were the ones that enslaved African Americans. Let's not forget, and there was the Republicans that freed them.
No,
So
no, 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 no,
I
no.
mean, let's not
Democrats did not enslave African
let's
Americans.
not forget the facts.
The facts is a bunch of black people gonna come let your ass on that. I was just letting you know, no fucking Democrats enslaved them. Back in the time, the Democratic Party, a bunch of
I
a lot
know.
of a lot of them were racist and all that shit, and they scared a lot of blacks into voting Democrats, and that's how a lot of them do it. It's fucked up to say it, but a lot of fucking blacks are ignorant to where they come from
I'm gonna
party wise.
I'm gonna say the LAUSD school system fucking sucked. All right, it was the
Uh,
worst school
oh,
system.
dude,
You
you
remember
cannot.
this? Remember the history teacher where you just had to say that's gay, and then he would spend 45 minutes explaining to you why it's wrong to be using the term gay.
I'll tell you this. I'm not gonna only shit on LAUSD. I'm gonna shit on this whole country as an educational
Oh,
system.
why you gotta shit on this country, man? Why you
I'm,
gotta take it there? This country is giving you the platform to put this out there, and you're gonna shit on them?
That's the best thing because as they say, freedom of speech, and I got the freedom of speech to say this country sucks for fucking education. It fucking sucks. Look how many
Oh, and
fucking
education,
stupid
yeah, I'll tell
people.
you that, yeah.
Look how many fucking stupid people we have out here that can't wear a fucking mask or they can't abide by simple ass rules that help us get through a fucking
Okay,
pandemic.
okay, but I mean, let's start with one district at a time. One district at a time. Let's start with the biggest one, LAUSD. LAUSD is the worst,
No,
but
dude.
I agree with you
No.
on that.
No. I mean, we grew up here in LAUSD. Yeah, they're fucking idiots.
Okay.
Fucking bunch of teachers marching around talking about it's about the kids. No, motherfucker, you want to get paid more. Great, you do want to get paid more. You want to get paid for what you're worth. But now the problem is you get paid for what you're worth and what you're doing. Now, are you going to provide and show these parents and show these people that you're going to actually do your fucking job? I'm sorry. I went to junior high dealing with fucking bullies, children's as bullies.
Damn.
I
Damn.
come out of junior high. You seen it
Damn,
too.
son.
The bullies in high school weren't the fucking kids. They were the fucking teachers, in my opinion,
Damn,
because they
son.
had egos the size of fucking Liam Nilsson's Hollywood dick.
Damn. Look,
And
man,
that's just my
Liam Nelson.
experience.
Leave Liam Nelson alone.
I love Liam Neeson. It's fucking Qui-Gon Jinn.
Everybody has an ego, okay? Uh, I
See,
don't see everybody's ego is different. Some people's
it's
egos
in
don't
my
fly. Some people's
it's
egos
like
fly.
my opinion. My opinion based off of this. It's like the fucking police. They got nasty egos. They think they above shit. This is why we got this problem. I think
Yeah.
we have the same fucking problem with teachers. You go in, you do a profession because you're there to help somebody or in knowledge somebody.
Can
That's
we
the
can we
teacher
can we
aspect.
can we add cops into this mix, please?
Fuck them too.
Thank you.
And yes, I do believe in defunding because them motherfuckers get paid more than anything else. Even though I'm shitting on the teachers here in Los Angeles, but I do believe that most of that funding should go to the fucking children.
Think of the
It, it
which.
should go to.
Okay, let me go back to Kanye West's motto in 2000 and I believe 11. Listen to the kids, bro. Listen to the kids.
Mhm.
Which is why Kanye West is a great president. Would make a great president, in my opinion. That's just me talking though. Look, that's just me.
No, that's just your
Um,
opinion, dude. I'm not shitting on you about
um,
it. I'm not
I'm
beating
like,
you up about Trump. This
yeah.
is the reason why I wanted to do this podcast with you because I mean, people are gonna hate you. People are gonna agree with you. People are gonna hate me. People are gonna agree with you. It's the best fucking dynamics.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, did you want to speak on the Black Lives Matter? I mean, you can kind of connect that. You're saying Trump was hiding in a bunker. Um,
That
uh,
is for another. That is for another discussion, dude. I go all night about that. I need to do some more research on that. Well, I'm not going to do enough research on it, but I have where I stand on it, and I have where I stand on all lives matter. And I'm telling you, I would be pissing a lot of folks off. I'm gonna piss a lot of folks off on the white side of things, or they white privilege, or
yeah,
whatever
you
the fuck
you
you want to
can't be
call it.
afraid. You can't be
Then
afraid of putting
I'm
out
not
your
a,
opinion. Um,
I'm not afraid of it. I'm just saying
I see.
conversation
Yeah.
is gonna be a while because I'll tell you this, just to just start nailing or nailing that nail into the coffin is
Yeah.
that I am and am not for Black Lives Matter. I'm half and half.
Whoa. Whoa.
And I'm the
Whoa.
same way with all lives matter. I think both sides are bullshit and both sides can be gained from
Whoa.
something.
No. No. Right now, you need to chill on that. It's Black Lives Matter only. Okay. I don't know about all this all lives matter shit. Okay, we need to stop that.
Dude,
Stop
I'll tell
that.
you this. All
Stop that.
lives
All lives
matters.
do not matter.
All
All
lives matters
lives
are
do
from
not matter.
super
Cop
Trump
lives don't
and
fucking matter. All right, I'll tell you that. Trump's life doesn't matter apparently to a million people. I'll tell you that. So I don't want to hear this all lives matter bullshit, okay? Because unless people are legit about all lives, does Hitler's life matter? People are not all lives, right? Not
See
all lives.
now,
So let's leave
see,
it at
see
where it
this.
is. Let's leave it where
So,
it
so,
is. Black
so
lives
this,
matter only.
so this is why I tell you, I'm in the middle about this. All lives do matter, but the all lives matter bullshit that comes up is a bunch of white folks. Yeah, I
Does
said it.
Takashi's life matter?
Sometimes
See? See?
a bunch of white folks that are Trump supporters. Well, I'm not gonna say all white folks, but a bunch of ignorant ass folks. I shouldn't say that. Sorry for my prejudice, but a bunch of ignorant ass people that support this dude or just completely fucking stupid in my opinion that use it as a lame ass excuse to go against Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
That's all I see it as. But all lives do matter.
At the same, I
But
mean, at the same, yeah.
but at the same time, with all Black Lives Matter, I don't like how that shit is labeled. Why
It's
the
a
fuck it only has to be all Black Lives Matter? Then you tell me some bullshit later and tell me it's not only all Black Lives Matter, man. It's about every fucking spectrum of the
well.
rainbow for ethnic.
Listen,
So I'm like,
when
no,
I'll say
that's
this,
that's that's bullshit.
I used to be a person like that. I used to be the person that used to say, "Oh, why isn't it all lives matter?" But then I realized that's like me going to a birthday and going, "Well, why aren't we singing Happy Birthday to me?
Look, I'm gonna tell you
It's
this.
not my birthday.
No,
It's
no,
not
I'm
my
gonna tell you.
birthday."
No, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this straight off the back.
A white man didn't die to
No,
a knee to the neck.
regardless to it, every situation could be evaluated differently. But at the root of everything, there is discrimination and there's prejudice rooted into it,
Yeah.
or some shape or power. Now the thing is, dude, when you have people like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or even Gandhi, people who did die for these civil rights or these acts of trying to bring people into peace and living in harmony, these people, in my opinion, prove me wrong or right if you want, whoever wants to come at me this way.
Hmm.
I feel like these people who came out for these movements, they didn't label that shit as one race or male or female. You know, you think if I had a dream with, Dr. King, this dude is talking about, I was about to call him the N word. Shame on me. This dude here, his speech, he was talking about all colors of different race of people. And I just feel with the Black Lives Matter, dude, it's like, yeah, dude, this birthday, this birthday you're trying to celebrate, what you're telling me about, since you want to use the metaphor of the birthday,
Yeah.
my dude, this birthday is not only one person's birthday here, there's several people's birthday here, and the spotlight has to be shared. And I'm all like, yeah, this is police brutality. I'm not a fan of the police. You know what? I'll tell you this. Last year, dealing with the police. Last year, me and my wife. I'm married to. I love when people may think, should I come out of my mouth? People think, well, you're racist or you're prejudiced. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
yes, you
married.
are. Yeah, yes, you are racist. No, I'm joking.
I'm not racist, but I
I
am
know you're not. I
prejudiced.
know you're
I,
not.
I'll tell you. I'll do this justice. What most people won't admit or do, or even say. When people say, "Well, I'm not prejudiced. I'm not racist." Yeah, you might not be racist, but damn sure you're probably fucking prejudiced. It's just a level of being prejudiced. And I'm gonna correct myself by me saying I'm not prejudiced. I am prejudiced. I'm prejudiced and very judgmental in many shapes or forms. I just
I'm
have a level of it
I'm
based
I'm
on
I'm
this
gamist.
situation. You're gamist. Did you say gamist or
Yeah,
gameness?
game missed game like video games. Yeah, I depending on what console you're on, that's how I'm gonna treat you.
Oh, shut
Yeah.
up. But no, I'm telling you the truth. I am prejudiced, and I think we all are prejudiced at some shape or form. And I think there's an extreme to it, and there's a non-extreme to it. And the thing is, me and my wife, she's a Mexicana. She's Mexican. I love her to death. I married her for whatever reasons was
Yeah.
beyond love.
Oh.
But what the thing is, we had a situation last year. It was last year. My kid was not even one yet, but we've taken him to daycare. We were going down Arlington Boulevard,
Hmm.
and we had this cop. This cop was legitimately fucking tailgating us. We got pulled over.
Damn.
We're trying to get this kid to daycare because we got to go to work. We both work at the same place. So this cop pulls us over. Many people think, oh, maybe he's white, blah blah. Not even white. This dude was fucking Asian.
Okay.
This dude pulls us over. He tells us your license plates can't really be read. Your back license plates.
What?
Yeah. And the thing is, with my license plates, well, our license plates. The thing is, with the license plates, from we were having heavy rains at the time, and through weathering, the fucking heavy rain was filling up. I mean, we have an old Honda, like a 2001 or 2002 Honda Civic,
What?
and the thing is, from the rain, the weather it fucked up the
Yeah. So
license
the
plates.
the
It
the
was
weather
peeling. It
stripped
was
the weather stripped your license plate.
so, but you can still see the letters. This asshole, instead of getting, it was annoying. It was a Hispanic cop and it was an Asian cop, and
Oh.
they were very intimidating. They asked us to roll down the windows. What do we have in the back seat? I'm like, you fucking idiot! My fucking 7-month old baby is in a fucking back seat. We're getting ready to take him
Yeah.
to fucking daycare. It's like it's just, and his stupid ass partner, Hispanic dude, asked me a stupid ass question. Is this your kid? No shit, Sherlock. It's my fucking kid. What the fuck do you
Yeah.
think it is? And he's like, well, there's a lot of adoptions. I'm like, well, I think you could have, in my opinion, I'm like, dude, you could have worded that shit much more better than what you did in addressing me. But I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep my cool because I'm not gonna completely badmouth a cop because it's a superiority game, which they shouldn't. They should be here to serve and protect, but no,
Yeah.
they got this fucking ego, and then when they
Yeah.
get full of it, it goes upon them. Anyways, instead of just telling us fix a ticket or just giving us a warning, be like, hey, this has become a problem. You guys just need to get this license plate fixed because a blah blah blah. And we get in the mail a fucking citation from this prick about a week or two
What?
later, stating it was a violation, stating that our license plates were being altered. And when my wife goes through reading this violation through, and this violation basically says we got a ticket because we were caught altering the license plates. And how the fuck did you catch us altering license plates when you are tailgating us going down
Yeah.
a street and a bunch of bullshit? I'm like, dude, it could have been an easy fix. We took it, we fought it. This dude wanted my wife to legitimately in court. I don't even think you should be able to do this. Pulled my wife to the side before the hearing, and he told her to
What?
plead guilty, plead to no content, basically plead fucking no what do you call it, guilty. And I told my wife, I said no. I
Wait. No,
said
he
don't.
didn't.
Yes, he did. And if she was to ever get on this podcast ever or come in a conversation, she would tell you what this asshole did. And
How
and
did
a,
she
and a,
did not go to the court, or did she?
we were going up, and the thing is, I think it spooked this guy afterwards because I told her I looked when she came up to me and told me this, and I looked back at this fucking officer and I shook my head at him like, no, fuck you. We're
Why
gonna
don't
fight.
you? Okay, look, listen, 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 listen. This is why we're doing this. You have a platform, and you have his name. Put his name out there. The other day, I'll tell you what. The other day, I went on online, or the other day when I went to the Black Lives protest. This is, I swear to God, on everything. Uh, the officers, the picture. I took pictures. I took pictures, right? The
Mhm.
officers have their names on their shirts. It's as easy as you just go on Google, on Facebook, and you type in Los Angeles and type in that last name,
Well, you know
and
what?
type
What
in
I'll
police department because most of the times they put that they work at the police department, and you can find these guys.
well, yeah, I know that for sure, especially
So
with
let's
the dads
find
and
this
them and
guy.
everything.
Let's find this guy. Let's
What
find who
I'll
his
do
kids
is
are. I
not
want to
to get
find who his
that.
kids are. I just want to play him in Fortnite. That's all.
Okay. So for next time around, just to start off shit, this continues to keep going. I'll
Yeah.
get it because Mars. My wife is
Yeah.
in bed.
Okay.
He edit her name out.
Damn. All right.
Um,
Yeah. I'll bleep her. I'll bleep.
it's done. It's done. She'll
Okay.
probably kick my ass for it later. But she's in bed now. My kids sleep, and the thing is, we would have to get the paperwork out, but we have his name and everything,
Yeah. I know
and for
you do.
sure,
Give me his name.
I'm gonna give you his name the next time we jump into this, and I'll say it out on this podcast.
Yeah.
Just,
There's
if it
no
ever comes
way.
across, I don't care. I'm not afraid of it. But
Yeah. I'm gonna
boom,
make it my life mission to bring this asshole down because there's no reason that he should be pulling Mara, my friend's wife, aside and ask her to plead no contest. What?
and
That's no.
it, it,
That's
that's criminal in his own mean. Now, to wrap up this long ass story, at the end of it all,
I mean, it's
my
not
wife,
criminal, but it is.
I mean, it's wrong morally. That's
Yeah,
fucked up and wrong.
I know that he's
And
not breaking a law, but it's yeah,
you're feeding off the fear of somebody. And my wife was scared. She this is her first time in court. This is the first time her dealing with everything. And my wife, and she tells me after this whole situation, and I'll tell you what she told me after this whole situation. But beyond this, I was upset, but my wife was scared. My wife, she goes up there, and she goes up to the judge, and when the judge goes through it and he asks her, "What do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or I would just said, what do you call it? No con. What is it? No con. What is it? Whatever it is.
yeah.
Sorry, brains slowing down. And no contest. And she says no contest. And I was mad. I was seriously fucking mad. So I'm like, dude, we're gonna get knocked with a 2 grand fine because of this prick, and we got a baby to feed and a
So did she?
family.
So she pleaded no contest
Hold on.
because oh
But hold on. This what was great. We build up evidence against us. And I mean, shout out to AAA, man. They were great on this when we went to go replace our uh, our license plates, which was great. They were like, look, give us one of your license plates, and we will let you keep the other ones to keep as evidence. And that was great. We kept our back license plates as evidence to
yeah
prove it. It wasn't something we were fucking intentionally doing, like that violation said we were doing. Dude
yeah.
fucking gave us a wrong fucking violation.
So you brought the license plate.
We brought the license plates and a bunch of other things as fucking evidence.
Yeah
My wife, out of her being nervous and scared, she
yeah.
drops the fucking license plate. And the fucking judge sits there, sees the license plate, and the judge, he stayed quiet for a bit after she said that, and that shit dropped, and he seen that. And he looked at my wife and literally told her, "Are you sure you want to plead that right now?" Because it seems like, and before that judge finished that fucking sentence, this dude, this asshole, this police officer, he jumps over this. Well, he doesn't jump over physically,
No.
but he literally kind of cuts this judge off,
Yeah
and he's like, "We're gonna drop the charges," because he knew right there. He
yeah.
seen once that shit, like he seen that fucking evidence, and that judge seen it,
What?
and that judge was gonna instigate that because this is what we got judges for, to be
Yeah.
above that shit, and he was gonna instigate and encourage my wife and give her another
Why?
chance
Okay, we need
at
this.
that.
We need this cop's name because the reason this is happening is because the judge was going to reverse it, and this was going to be probably his 100th reverse, and they were going to find out that he's doing this shit on like some bullshit.
Trust me, man. Like I said, next time we do this, I am definitely gonna give it to you. Or before you edit and do all this shit, you can even put it out there on the shit and let
Yeah,
it be
give me
known.
his name, man. Give me his
And
name, man. Let's
I
make
guarantee
him,
I'll give
in the
that kid his
words of the Undertaker, I'm gonna make him famous.
uh, poor man retiring this year.
Damn.
Um, and he dropped it. Punk ass
Yeah.
bitch dropped it. He dropped it, and it was just great knowing that. I mean, I
Well,
was
that's good. I'm glad
upset
it
that
worked out.
it worked out, but I was still upset. I'm like, I tell my wife, I'm like, look, when you know something is wrong, you got to fight for it, even if there might be repercussions. If we were stuck with a bill, even if we might have lost, at least we would have known, look, man, this wasn't right, and we fought for it. But I said, next time you can't be doing that. You
Yeah.
have to speak your mind and do it. Now, I'll tell you this, going back to the whole things about police. I do believe some police are good, some police are bad. And I'll tell you something that happened maybe a month ago or something
Mhm.
to me and my wife. Now, we know living here in California, Los Angeles, or whatever, living here in Los Angeles, going into neighboring city, Culver City, we know notoriously you do not break any type of law because
Mm,
Culver City police will be on your ass like it ain't shit.
yeah,
They're
it's a little bit more.
they're more intense. They're the worst, and people has claimed
Hmm.
them to be prejudiced or racist. Now, we had a situation where we were coming back from an appointment from taking our son because he was a little bit sick. Um, we were coming back. My wife wasn't completely mentally there, and we were on the street, and we were at the red light, and instead of she did not notice it till after the fact. She thought the light was green, but really it was the turning signals that appeared for the people in the turning lanes to go. And what she did not notice is that she ran the red light, and the other car was like beeping at her, like what the fuck? And I just noticed, I was like, oh shit, you just ran a red light. And it was just for cars to turn, for the turning signal,
Mm.
the turning light. And you ran a red light. Then she looks in her mirror, she's like, oh shit, fucking cop seen me, and I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm like, you know what? And she's like freaking out. I'm like, just pull over. So look, we fucked up. You ran a red light. What can you do? We just gotta. I think we show them our shit. You show them our stuff, and it was just a bad day in a sense for us because we were rushing out. She didn't have her driver's license or like a physical copy. We had like a printout, all of that. We just didn't have it. We get
Mhm.
pulled over, and Culver City cop. And this is where I'm gonna make things interesting because I'm throwing race into it. White dude, white dude, and a white dude and another Asian dude versus the asshole that was an Asian police officer and Hispanic dude. Now we got a white dude and an Asian dude. So it's Culver City police. I'm like, man, all right, I'm ready. Give us what we're gonna do. Told her, say what you gotta say. Be polite so we can be on our way. Officer's like, you know what you did wrong, right? And she's like, yes, registration, blah, blah. It's like, well, I don't have this and that, but I just have my printout. And she's like, why? Like, hey, we were rushing out, blah, blah, blah. We really had to go to take our kid to the doctor to get some blood work done. So I fell into blah, blah. In my mind, I just wasn't there. And I'm sorry. And my wife was like, I knew I could have caused an accident after realizing what that just happened. I was just wasn't
Yeah.
mentally there. And you know what? That cop ran registration, all that, and he came back and he straight out said, "Look, don't let it happen again. Things are weird. Be safe. Sit here on the side of the street, catch your breath, and get yourself together. We're just gonna let you off with a warning." Hey, once again, I think there's bad, there's good cops. Vanilli, this coming from fucking Culver City, man.
I'm
I
gonna
was
tell you what.
freaking.
I only know bad cops because that was a bad cop for not
At
giving
first,
you a ticket for breaking the goddamn motherfucking law. I'm telling you, what the. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is the bullshit that I'm talking about. But
okay, guys.
this is why we have this podcast. No, but I do see what you're saying about good cops and bad cops. And one thing that I want to add, and it sucks that we have bad cops or we have good cops that are dying at the hands of bad cops because bad cops don't want to be caught. So what you have is basically a lot of bad cops threatening good cops in the sense of like they're making their jobs harder, or they're actually going out there and killing them. I'll put it out there. I don't know any cops doing this, because I'm not Takashi, but I know for a fact that if I was a bad cop and I knew, some gang members that were killers, what would stop a bad cop from hiring him to kill a good cop that I knew was going to fire me? And I told him, hey, you know what? If you don't kill this good cop, there's a chance that you and like 20 other gang members are going to go out right now, Like, you got to take him out. Isn't that the plot of Training Day?
I'll tell you that I've never seen Training Day.
Okay, I was just going to say, I think that's the plot of
I
Training
mean,
Day.
I know of the movie and everything it consists of, but I've never like sat down and watched Training Day,
I think
and I
that
do
was the
like
plot,
Denzel.
but I think they didn't. Or oh damn, I don't want to ruin it. But yeah, anyways, um, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it sucks right now that you have a bunch of bad cops killing good cops, but yeah, it's damn. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a tough world, man, because it's always been like this. I think the internet's just making it easier, which is why this type of content will go on the internet. And the internet's making it. I don't know. I'm just trying to stay positive for sure.
That's all you can do, especially with everything that's going on. No matter what your views is, I mean, the whole idea of everything is just try to fucking live in harmony and just enjoy life for what it is. But we ultimately we got to work together,
Yeah.
regardless of our our ideals, to try to make things come to a common ground. Because hey, I love to shit, eat, piss, and have sex like everybody else do.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean, hey, I'm the product of society and life. It is of what it should be and what it shouldn't be. So try to
Yeah.
enjoy it, not fuck it up. But at least try to enjoy it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want to
but
close
yeah,
off with anything else or anything? Any closing remarks?
nope. This was fun.
No. Okay. At any point, I
Right.
could just cut the edit, so it doesn't matter when. But I will stop recording pretty soon. I'll stop it at the 110 mark.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to claim yourself as your actual name or you want to throw out your artist name. I mean, of
I mean,
course.
I throw out all my names. Everybody. I'm not hiding my opinions or my thing. I just the only reason I have two alter egos is just so that I could try to separate who's the one speaking, I guess you could say, or where's it coming from. Oh, not even, because it's all coming from the same person.
Well,
But
it's, the
I
it's
guess
saying
I guess you know
you
what it
just got
is.
a name.
I guess
You
you know
just
what it
got a
is.
name for what you do.
I want my artist name to continue to be passed on to someone else. You know what I mean? Like, I know Benny's gonna die, which Benny's my name. Benny. You could always find me with the name Benny Castaneda. Benny Castaneda is gonna die one day. When he dies, he's gonna be buried in the earth. He's gonna be in the soil. He's gonna turn into a tree. For God knows, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. But that's that. But then hopefully Benny Blase or 10,000 BC or Whistling Beardo, one of these three aliases will be hopefully, going on into the next life and, being passed on hopefully through maybe some family that I have or, some future people that would be, I guess you could say, what's inherit the brand, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or they want the brand, so but you could always find me with my name Benny Castaneda, or my alias is Benny Blase or 10,000 BC. You want to spit out your?
Well, for me, I really don't have one. I mean,
Okay.
I'm Dijon. Dijon W. Prude. That's just me. I mean, I got one in mind. I mean, I'm just trying to jump out here and put my voice out there a little bit more as you get on me. Like, hey man, your pictures are good. You should build a portfolio and get it out there more, which I think I should, along with a lot of my other crafts.
Yeah.
And Wait, man, when I get shit started, people will hopefully can make fun of it all they want or think it's cool, and they can know me for as Dr. Conejo.
Dr. Cornell. Okay, okay, okay. Dr. Cornell. Okay.
Conejo.
Oh,
Come
Conejo.
on,
Conejo. Okay, okay,
come
okay.
on, man.
I
You
remember Conejo.
Hispanic. You know how to speak
Yeah.
Spanish?
My fault. I thought I heard Cornell. I was like,
Cornell.
Cornell? Who the fuck is
That's
Cornell?
that's a black name in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's black for me. I don't know any white people or Hispanic people named Cornell.
Yeah, no, I've always liked that Conejo shit that you have going
Oh, I
on.
think. Thank you, dude. I mean, El Conejo has been taken. I mean, that's shit I use playing video games and shit, but
Oh,
trying to
no.
build a website. But evidently, I've already taken it. So if you try to take the domain name Dr. Conejo away, it's too
Oh,
bad. It belongs to me already. Goodbye, people.
damn. Damn. Okay, okay.
But if you ever want to check out any of my fuck ups, my failures, or whatever bullshit I used to do having fun, people can always check me out through what I used to do years ago, under mainly on YouTube, on some old shit I used to do for fun back after graduating high school in the
I was gonna
summer of
ask
college.
about that. Yeah, are you gonna
Um,
mention that?
People can see a lot of my old shit and work and see on how I am now versus from what I used to do. Semi for like 3 years, I did something called geeklove101.com. You can go on YouTube and you can find a lot of the bullshit, um, little wannabe podcasts I was trying to attempt to do with a couple of friends back then, under some things called I forgot what his name, but just type in Geek Love 101 on Google on
Yeah, yeah.
your
Should be easy
fucking
to find.
YouTube. They
How
got some
long
old
ago was that? Do you
interviews.
remember?
Almost
Over
10
10
years ago.
years. Yeah,
It's been about seven,
damn.
8. There's shit on there from me doing interviews with people at like Anime Expo and things like that, and video game reviews. I did this pop culture
Anime
website.
Expos. I forgot about that.
So if you want to see a version of Mini Killer Mike,
Oh,
without the rap skills, you'll
oh, forgot about that.
see me when I used to have hair, but now I don't.
Oh, me too, man. I'm the same with you on that one.
Hey, at least you're knowledge in it. That's the best
Yeah.
part. Now you can shave your head and start looking like a.
No, I'm not there yet. I mean, I'm holding on to the little 5 last hair strands that I have on my head. You know.
And Trump is a great example. He can probably teach you how to get those plugs.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Okay,
then.
I'll
But
stop
yeah,
the recording.
all right.